Yeah, so.
Okay, come.
Yeah, easy.
Alright, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, when they give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachach. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Blessings to the hopeful and sincere elect, your brother Ra'azah Allah.
Yeah.
Brother
Awar, hello.
Yeah, from GMS London, as we said. Small technical difficulties this week, Akim Salakia. You know, just basically regarding the equipment that we use for the main camp is in another brother's car, and he's MIA at the moment. He's missing in action, and he was going to link us up later, but we're, you know, the timing and everything's just kind of off, and you know, we just want to get to it, so we're just going to do the camp this week in the car. And Abu Ratazar will be back fully functional as usual out there in the highways and hedges prophesying, man. So Salakia, you know, beforehand, you know, these little mishaps and technical difficulties, but it goes straight into the topic, or the beginning of the topic, basically, what we want to get into, the famine of the word, man.
That's right.
Coming into that time, I was just watching the video, me and Akim was just watching a video of, you know, elders and brothers putting up the warning video of stay inside and close your doors. They're here, you know, in regards to, you know, these martial law ICE agents that are strolling and patrolling the streets of America, man, in your nearest towns and cities, and in the middle of the night, man, doing night patrol. And people are screaming in the video. I'm going to play it in a sec, but showing you that, you know, when the time of martial law, the Insurrection Act, with this guy, Trump said he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act because of all the violence and the seditious behavior between the cops and the so-called American citizens, which are now the new enemy combatants of the American government. So now it's going to be a martial law. And in the time of martial law, the men of the Lord are not going to be on the highways and hedges no more, man. That's what we've been saying for many years. In the time of Jacob's trouble, that's when there's going to be a famine on the word. That's why the scripture says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, man. Because in that time, when the hour of temptation, Jacob's trouble, you ain't going to be able to get to these videos like you used to, man. You ain't going to be able to find the prophets out there warning you. The admonitions and all that, the stiff warnings, all that's going to come to an end, man. Because, you know, we ain't, like now, right, every Saturday, we usually go out there. Every Saturday is not going to be the same anymore, man.
That's right.
There's more and more coming to the time of more dystopian austerity measures. This devil's showing his horns, man. Trump is showing his horns. We ain't even the end of the month of January 2026, and this devil's already showing all kinds of horns already, man. Trump, man, he's going all out. And he's just getting started with you tribes, man.
That's right.
You know, and it's going to get chaotic. It's going to get bloody out here, man. Like 2/3 of our people are actually going to start getting put to death, start dying some gory, horrific deaths. Like, you know, that situation with Joshua and his two mates. One of them got decapitated and removed from the car, and the other one's, you know, body was just there lingering in broken in pieces. That's the kind of deaths that's coming for 2/3 of our people. Some grievous deaths, man.
That's right.
And in that time, we ain't gonna lift up a cry. We ain't gonna pray for you niggas. We ain't gonna be lamenting for you niggas. We're really gonna be celebrating your deaths, man, because the scripture says we're gonna laugh at your calamities, man. We're gonna mock. We're gonna be mocking you when your fear cometh, saying, look, we told you niggas. Now look at you.
That's right.
You're dead. You're screaming.
That's right.
You know, especially you black women, you single, independent, can't tell nothing women out there with your feminist movement type stuff. You stiff upper lip. You women are going to be catching untimely hell. Graping's going to go up. The percentage of graping's going to go up dramatically, man. And not just older women too, young women, even children, man, kids. You know how these troops do. You know, they're going to be treating these citizens like how they treat them foreigners when they go over there to their land and invade their land. They're going to be coming into their houses, taking their children, taking their daughters against their will, having their way with them, probably recording the shit for fun, you know, so them and him and his comrades can laugh at it later. It's going to get they're going to be like madmen sparing none, meaning it's going to be very heartless. The love of many is going to wax cold, man.
Yeah, man. Got a couple for you still.
Yeah, and just one set, and it's going to get real bloody out here. Real bloody. Now go ahead anyway. Slow.
Yeah, this is Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, and even that, because there is going to be a famine of the word, but there's also going to be a famine of bread and water too. That's going to be a big thing, you know, a great famine, a dearth in the earth. Because Esau's going to start rationing foods and products and services out to only people that's going to accept the MOT to the B. Because all this is leading to the master plan of, you know, ultimate control of the new world order of the, you know, by the wicked elite of the, you know, average citizen out there. They want to control everyone on the face of the earth by implanting them with a biometric device known as the mark of the beast, the C-hip technology. And when that prophecy comes to pass, a lot of guys, especially in Israel, are going to be looking dumbfounded and stupid because the only group that's been out there for the most part from 2007 on the YouTube that's been prophesying about the mark of the beast is the C-hip technology and hasn't diverted or changed up the doctrine, hasn't been wish-washy and winging it. You know, the same for what it is and how it is regarding the breakdown, the charagma. It's great millstone, man. Then it shall be known who am I chosen.
That's right.
So a lot of guys are going to go scrambling into the wind, man. And a lot of congregations, they're not going to know where to turn because their leaders that they trusted in are a bunch of hirelings, man. If they don't repent and start teaching what we're teaching, then it's going to be proof that they're a bunch of hirelings, man. And they was basically paid to lead the flock astray.
Right.
They took the bag. That's why this is the year of the apostates, the sellouts, and agents, man.
That's right.
And more those guys are being divulged as the days come along, man. Just watch one video with this guy at Captain Tazariak, and a guy called up the phone basically saying, he was an Israelite, but he's not Israelite no more because he couldn't prove his lineage outside of the book of Genesis of, you know, Father Abraham. He's trying to say that anyone outside of the lineage of Abraham didn't exist. Like, that doesn't make no fucking sense.
Crazy.
And Captain Tazariak was just bursting out laughing because he was like, prove that you come from the line seed of Abraham then. He's saying that no one outside of the book of Genesis didn't exist, like Yahweh Shai, King David, like those are all myths and legends basically. So prove that you come from the seed, and he couldn't do it. Then Captain Tazariak started bursting out laughing. And I guess that guy that basically disheartened him and made him say that I'm not an Israelite no more. Showing you that our people are fickle in the brain, man. The Lord said that our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. They're wish-washy. They don't have no true honest faith in this truth of ours, man. They just think this is some type of Black Panthers movement. They're not taking shit serious until shit gets serious. And then by then it's too late.
Right.
So a lot of our people are getting ready to be slaughtered. It says all the princes of Israel, terrors by reason of the sword, man, are going to be upon all the princes of Israel, man. So a lot of jakes are getting ready to be gunned down, man. And Esau, that's his blessing, the gun. He's going to use that to the best of his ability, man. And he's going to be slaughtering you tribes. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to be with it. You know, go ahead.
Ezekiel 9 verse, I'll start from 2. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth towards the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man was among them, clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar, talking about the angels of the Lord, man. The death angels. And the glory of Yahweh, God of Israel, was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house. And he called the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Yeah, so that time of great slaughtering, heartlessness, lawlessness is coming, man. It's not even coming, it's here now. You see what happened in Minnesota, man. And Minneapolis, Minnesota. They gunned down a woman in her car, and brothers were saying that was a psyop and all that. But even if it wasn't a psyop, that's the spirit that's going to be on the earth right now, death and destruction. This ain't the time of loving it up and peace and being a law-abiding citizen and, you know, shaking hands with the devil, with the enemy, man. This ain't no bygone be bygones thing. This is a straight up power struggle between the righteous and the wicked right now. And Esau knows who he comes from, and our people just don't know who they come from. They don't know that they come from the line of a righteous seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're not Africans, we're not Latinos, we're not Hispanics, we're not Native Americans, we're Israelites, man. That's what Jake don't seem to want to understand. But Esau knows who he is. They know that they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. They know that they come from the red spawn of Esau, the first Edom, red person on the earth, the nation of Edom, man, the red people, people of the man of sin, the sons of perdition, man. They know they come from that left hand order, and they're about to reveal their horns, man. Trump's about to show his perpetual hatred for you tribes, man. He's gunning for you tribes, and the ones that he can arrest, he's going to be sticking you in concentration camps to take the MOT to the B, but they're also going to be depopulating a lot of you as well. Because depopulation, culling the herd as they call it, is a part of the New World Order as well, man. They call it culling the herd. They want to cut down the cattle, basically, and the rest of them, they want to brand them with their mark, which is the MOT to the B. So there's going to be a great slaughter, man. The Lord's not playing, and the Lord is going to let these death angels out here. That's why that spirit of death and pandemonium, which the word pandemonium is a Greek word, means all demons, basically. That's what it means. Pan meaning all, and demon, if you look it up, it means all demons. So basically all demons are going to be activated. Pandemonium, times of pandemonium, lot of blood curdling cries, anarchy in the streets. That's what's coming to the shores of America and worldwide, man. Not just America. There's uproars around the whole four winds of the earth right now. Seditious behavior in all kinds of different countries on the earth. So everyone's getting into that rife spirit, that war-torn type spirit, man. And then we're going to get Isaiah 19 as well. But let me just play this quick video from Elder Amawango Bar. Because this is the video I watched earlier, and brothers are even doing response videos to it now. You know, it's the spirit, man. Brothers can hear it. It's lucky for the... You can't really see the writings and all that, but... If you go on his channel, you'll see it. So you see it there? So it says America, where hundreds of cops roam the peaceful neighborhoods in the dark of night, shining their lights in your homes and cars. That's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. They're going to go from door to door. And that's in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. We're going to get those precepts. So this is the time we're living in. And as I said, we ain't always going to be out here just prophesying and warning Jake, man. The warnings are going to stop soon. The warnings are going to stop. The doors of mercy are going to be shut closed. And the doors of judgment are going to be kicked wide open, man. Ezekiel 9:4 is just a testament to that. Because the Lord's had enough. The Lord's wrapping this place up. We already started 2026 with a bang, man. This year started off with a bang already. All kinds of shit's happening around the four winds of the earth. You know, wars and rumors of wars. World War III is definitely on the table. You know, more invasions. They invaded Venezuela now. Trump's talking about invading Colombia, Cuba, Greenland. They just released a new movie called Greenland 2. And that's basically them putting the predictive programming out there of how America wants to take that land, Greenland, man. Man. It's all on the table, man. This is the time that we're living in. They just released a new Ezekiel, 28 weeks later, 28 days later, whatever. Another new version of that. That's people committing cannibalism, eating each other, chasing each other down, the straight lawlessness. That's what America's gonna be, a straight lawless war zone, man. And Esau gonna come down with the order.
That's right.
With the martial law troops to so-called restore order through the act of violence. And they're giving their agents immunity to kill. Basically a license to kill, man, to have their way with the citizens if they resist arrest. You know? Or even if they, you know, they just don't comply, you know? They got their limit. There's no statute of limitations no more. They can do as they want. That's why it says they're going to be as madmen sparing none, man. They're going to be able to shoot you down in the middle of the street and no one can say nothing, you know? or they can grab your children, grab up your little daughter, your son, and go and grape them in the corner somewhere. And nothing's gonna happen to them. There's not gonna be no backlash. There ain't gonna be no court judgment on them or nothing. Like they ain't going to see no jail, none of that time. Because why? Because it's they got a right of immunity because they're federal agents, you know. So this is the time we're living in. This is what we've been warning our people of, man. And it's, you know, this ain't just, we weren't just saying it for fun. This is actually happening as we speak. That's how you know the scriptures are real, because it's the only book on the face of the earth where everything that's actually been said is coming to pass, man. Prophecies, man. You can't find these prophecies in the Quran, in the Book of the Dead, or any other book on the face of the earth. None shall want their mate, man. You're gonna only find these prophecies, and the prophecies getting ready to come to pass regarding our temptation, World War III, and ultimately the deliverance of the nation of Israel, the elect, by way of our Lord Yahweh Shai, in the Bible, man. The Holy Scriptures, man. You know. Go ahead.
Matthew 24 verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. So if I can even say off the bat there, Yahushua basically warned them about the risk of being deceived, because he knew that in the times that we're living in now, you'd have Jake bewildered, like, all listening to all sorts of fucking false leaders telling them that Jacob's trouble is a fallacy. It's not a thing they got to worry about, and they can travel and escape.
And then they have to backtrack because they got caught at telling a lie. And then they said, if you listen, moron, I didn't say it wasn't going to happen. You know, you have to backtrack, do a lot of damage control. When you could have just told the truth. That's how you know a lot of guys out here that are so-called Israelite leaders and teachers, they're feigning the word of the Lord. They're playing a game, man. But they think that they're playing the Lord. The Lord's playing them. You can't fool the Lord, man. The only one that make you look stupid is yourself, man. And the only one that's going to be made to look embarrassed at the end of this whole ordeal is yourself, for lying and teaching lies and misleading the people. Because you're weak-hearted, you lack faith, so you're disheartened in the truth, so you decided to sell out and start teaching lies for the bag. Like, you're not making the Lord look stupid. You're just fulfilling the prophecies that in his last days, many shall fall away from the truth. That says that in 1 Timothy 4.
Facts.
They give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, man, in these last days. That's what's happening right now. That's why this apostates things is the topic with the apostates and guys selling out is so big right now, man. Because we never thought there'll be so many sellouts that will come out in 2026 at the end of this thing. Obviously, we knew it's going to happen, but not at this extreme, this scale, man. It's like bare guys are just falling away, man, and just revealing themselves, man, to be like not the guys. And it's all in your actions, man, and what comes out of your mouth. It's not what goes in your mouth that defile you, like the Lord Yahweh Shai said, is what cometh out, meaning the doctrine, man. That filthy communication. The Lord said, let not filthy communication come out your mouth. You're talking about the other nations can make it. You know, there's any other shit.
Say the Apostle Paul is not canon.
The Apostle Paul's not there's not canon. It's not the word of the Lord, because it doesn't say "Thus saith the Lord," or John the Baptist sold out, or he fell out the truth. Like all these wayward doctrines, man, is just exposing guys that are not truly the men of the Lord. They're really the enemies of the cross. That's fulfillment of prophecy, man.
That's right. I got this from
Ezekiel
14:9. And if the prophet be deceived when he hath spoken a thing, I, the Lord Yahweh, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and destroy him from the midst of my people.
Yeah, and like the apostles always been saying, especially Apostle Elder Gabar, there's more false prophets you're going to find out in this truth of ours than the real. Just like the elect. The elect is a small number, is a small sanctuary compared to the nation of Israel that's at the sands of the sea. So that means there's going to be a lot more dead Israelites than Israelites that's going to be saved. It's sad to hear, but it's true. There's going to be a lot more dead Israelites, especially women, children, men that fell away from the faith, than men, women, and children that are going to be saved. It just is where it is. Because the Lord's not taking everyone to the wilderness this time, man. He's not going to deliver the whole nation and separate us in the wildernesses after 40 years. The Lord ain't got time for that. He's going to separate us now. He's going to take up the elect in the chariots, and the rest of them that are not part of the elect, they're going to die here in America, man, or die in the system, in this Babylonian beast system, and they're not going to make it into the kingdom, man. The Lord's going to cut that shit short, man. He ain't got time to be wasting, man. to be, chasing Jake to make them get it. Jake, you've had all this time to get it, man. If you ain't getting it right now, by now, then that's you. That's your ass, man. The Lord has his chosen elect and he has the rejects, man, that he's not going to receive. But it doesn't matter because those that don't make it on this side, they're going to come back through the elect, through their loins, man. That's why they're going to have the pleasure of repopulating and bringing back the nation of Israel through us plowing all these different women on the earth, man. The Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. That's a blessing for a man to do. So that's exactly what we're going to do, man. That's a commandment from the Lord. Be fruitful and multiply. Replenish the earth.
That's right.
So we're going to do that all over in righteousness, man. So all those Jakes that don't make it on this side, even if like family members, relatives, whatever, you're going to see them again in the kingdom, man, because reincarnation exists. You know?
I've got this view on that.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Everlasting salvation, meaning what? We're going to live forever. Because this is the last time that we're going to taste of death, the sting of death. This is the last time we're going to be under that curse, man. Because in the kingdom to come, we're going to be made immortals. We're going to live forever. Meaning we're not going to taste of death ever again. You know? From a youth, from birth to old age, however long we're gonna live, we're gonna forever live. We're gonna live forever. We're gonna see our generations of our seed and our progenitors and all that stuff. We're gonna see that all throughout our kingdom, man. We're gonna live to see it. See our generations live.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna taste the death no more, man. We ain't gonna be under the curses of this flesh. In these bodies laden of sin, we're gonna get those new bodies which are immortal, man, which can't die. That's the ultimate blessing the man of the Lord's gonna receive, as well as getting that golden crown from our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai put in our heads for those that stood stiffly for the word of the Lord, man. So that's just part of the perks of being a true man of the Lord. The Lord said he's gonna reward us, man. For those that stand the test of time, basically endure unto the end. But we're at the very end of this thing now, so now's not the time to get weak, man. Now's the time to step it up.
That's right.
The final lap, man. Now's the time to pick up the pace. Stay on point even more, man. Stay in the spirit and rely on basically having faith more than anything else. Don't think about tangible goods and whether I got this and that. And, you got to rely on the spirit to basically procure you in these last days, because that's what we're going to be dealing with. Brothers is going to be relying on the spirit to come through for us, man.
Facts.
We're going to be relying on how much money we got in the bank and all that. Whether we got gold bullion and all these different things, that's not going to deliver you, man. What's going to deliver you is your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Ultimately, that's it.
100%. I got this, Philippians 3:20. For our conversation is in heaven, from whence we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able to even subdue all things unto himself.
Yeah. So read that last bit again.
Be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able to subdue all things unto himself.
Right, so we're going to be like the Lord and get Philippians third chapter, the last verses.
Yeah, that's it. That's
okay. So that's it, man. We're going to be fashioned unto the Lord's body, man, meaning we're going to be made immortal. Because when the Lord died on the cross and he was, after the third day he was risen, the fourth day he spent his time 40 days with the apostles, the disciples that later became apostles, and then he was taken up in a big cloud, the chariot. That's when the Lord basically got his ultimate blessing, man, of immortality. And he's been with the Father ever since. The Lord doesn't know, the Lord's never going to taste of death again. He can't die, He can't be, that's why I said when he returns, he's not going to meet thee as a man. He's going to meet us as an imperial, immortal, superior power structure, man, powerful spirit from the heavens, man, the second in command on the Heavenly Father Yahweh, the supreme being, man. And you can't deal with that. You can't even deal with the angels, let alone Yahweh Shai by himself, man. Because he's above the angels, man, So it's going to show these devils, there's different levels to power, man.
Facts.
It's like they show you in the Dragon Ball Z and all that, you got the levels and, there's different levels to power, man.
Yeah.
The ultimate Super Saiyan is basically when Goku turns into an angel, basically.
Yeah.
Becomes immortalized, he turns into an angel. That's the highest level he can attain in superiority or power as a Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
And that's resemblance of who? Us. Psalms 82:6. We are a nation of gods. You know? But we're in this mortal, feeble flesh right now, these chains of darkness. So we're gonna die like men. But the Lord's gonna strip us of this mortal flesh and give us an immortal body like his glorious body. And we gonna live forever, and we gonna get our gettings back on our enemies, man, starting with these Edomites, man. So not all is lost, man. Everything has to go through full circle.
Yeah, fam.
But the tables are turning, man. And Esau, he's going to be the new bottom feeder in the kingdom of heaven, man. He's going to learn what to experience what true oppression is like, man. He's going to learn what slavery is all about, man, firsthand. When we get our hands on him, starting with our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, because it's his kingdom that's coming to reign upon the earth. And he said he's going to give us golden scepters and power over the nations, man, to rule them with rigor. So these other nations, they're going to get a taste of their own medicine, especially the Edomites, man. They ain't getting away with shit.
Facts.
Esau's not getting away with nothing, man, you know? They're going to get exactly what they deserve in every shape and form in the kingdom of heaven, man. Even before the kingdom, but even more so in the kingdom, man. Because even now, all nations are getting ready to, you know, implode on this devil, man. His own allies are getting fed up with this devil. They're getting ready to shoot them arrows and nuclear missiles on America, man, sooner rather than later. You know, everyone's just picking sides right now, and what side of the fence they're gonna be in. Well, a lot of people, so-called allied with America, in regards to NATO, even NATO nations are gonna turn against them, and it says them that were confederate, they laid a wound under thee. So America's getting ready to be taken out, man. And these Edomites, these proud ass Edomites, are gonna get a taste of their own medicine finally, man. And we can't wait. But this is the beginning, precursors of that. All hell that's breaking loose.
Yeah, man.
You know, these devils getting more and more proud, thinking that they can't be stopped. You know, and 2/3 of our people catching hell. This is the precursor to all of that, man. Because why? Because the Lord said this is the necessary evil that has to happen before we get into the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Go ahead.
All right, so I've got a couple. So,
Yeah.
this is the book of Malachi, the 1st chapter, verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. And
the Lord loves Jacob, representing the 12 tribes. You know, if we had the sign right now, you see the 12 tribes of Israel being the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. And then he says he hates Esau, which are the Edomites, are the so-called white people running around the earth causing all this hell and destruction right now.
Yep. That's right.
Especially the tribe of Amalek, man. They're the most hated group on the face of the earth right now. That's why they're going around looking for more anti-Semi laws and, you know, to try and protect themselves. Because people want them damn Amalekites heads on the stick, man. You know, especially Netanyahu and all them guys. Because they're the real war criminals, man. They're the real warmongers of the earth.
That's right.
But they want to blame it on Jake, you know.
Even I got this for you because there's an article in the Independent, and obviously Amalek is behind the war machine that's America.
Yeah.
Former NATO chief. This is from the Independent, published today at 2:48 p.m. 2 hours ago, basically.
Okay.
Former NATO chief accuses Trump of gangster threat over Greenland as protests held in Denmark. And then you also got a situation right now where, even though they're not deploying troops in masses, England, France, Germany, all these, Italy, these nations are deploying reconnaissance army personnel over to Greenland, because like they got the American military essentially circling the region, and so they're sending their military personnel to find out essentially roughly what's going on in there. And that's the beginning of wars. Like, when have you ever heard of an alliance where the biggest nation in it is threatening to literally forcibly take a territory that belongs to one of its partners, and then the rest of them have to get together and send in reconnaissance? It shows you what time we're in. If you had said this was going to happen in 2008, people would have looked at you and laughed you to scorn. But now it's a possibility that everyone's aware of. This is mainstream news, you know.
Yeah. I've got something real quick for you.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 58, and I'll start from verse 2. It says, "Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth." So, who is that, man? Who's the evil man? Who's the violent man of the earth? These Edomites, man. There's no other nation that's like obliterated, done the things that these devils have done, and still using the same recipe of disaster to try and recolonize the earth again all over, and put basically everyone under a digital slavery database system now, man.
Thanks.
On the AI, the AI system, AI technology and all that, digital technology. Now he wants to put everyone into digital slaves. But back in the day, he was actually using chains and bolts and all of that shit, and yokes of iron and putting around people's necks, Jake's necks, and we was cattle. We was chattels. It was chattel slavery. That's the term of making America great again. When was America great? When they had Jakes and slavery, man. When they had the Southern Kingdom and they brought them over there to the West in 1619 on slave ships, and before that, 1492, the conquest of Christopher Columbus, that devil and his brother Bartholomew, and they took over Hispaniola and Dominica and all these places, man. And they enslaved the tribes, the indigenous tribes, and took their land and told them that they're savages on their own land.
Insane, brother.
Still to this day, you know. And those are the colonizers of the earth. Those are the supreme warmongers of the earth. But they go around acting like they're the innocent, man. And they're the protagonists when really they're the antagonists, man. They're the ones that's causing all this misfunction and the wickedness to go out through the whole earth. Why? Because they're the seed of the wicked. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, man. They're a nation of people. They try and disguise themselves, like to say they're civilized citizens, in the act of peace, but really the war's in their heart. It says they continually are they gathered together for war, not just sometime maybe. It says continually, meaning that's all they think about. That's their heart's desire, man. Until they accomplish this new world order, war's on their heart. They're going to destroy anyone and everyone that stands in the way of their new world order. They don't care who's in the midst of them, man. Even their own people. That's why they shot that bitch Nicole in the car. They don't give a shit about their own people, man. That was white on white crime right there. With the ICE agent that killed the Edomite, so-called Edomite. Well, she could have been a Jake, but from what she looked like an Edomite. They killed her in the car. That was white on white crime. So that ain't got nothing to do with us. But that just shows you that these devils ain't got no limits, man. They ain't got no spirit of remorse for their own people. If you're not with them, you're against them, man. Basically.
Man.
So I'll read that again. Psalms 58:2. Yea, in heart, meaning in their mind, ye work wickedness. This is all they think about, man. Because they have an agenda. It says, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. That's all their hands are deal with, violence, man. How did they get power over the whole earth? How did these Edomites gain the power over America, over Great Britain, Europe, Africa, all these places? Through violence, man. They weren't by shaking hands and trading in peace. They did treacherous dealings, man. They said it was coming in peace, but really war was in his heart. The scriptures say the words are smoother than oil, man. They're the slickest oil salesmen you can ever come across, man. The so-called white man. You can't trust them, but because they come neat and proper in a suit and tie. Those suit and tie guys are the biggest crooks of the earth, man. Those are the warmongers of the earth. Those are some of the biggest warmongers. The guys in suits and ties, the business people, that control stocks and commodities and all that. They're some of the biggest warlords on the face of the earth. They even had that movie Lords of War with Nicolas Cage. He was in a suit and tie. He was just going around the place selling weapons to everyone.
Yeah. That's mad. But you even got the documentary Apostle Gabar always used to recommend. All wars are bankers' wars.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, man. And like these elites are making money off murder, like literally, man.
But that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. For them, it's about who benefits, not who gets caught in the line of fire, in the crossfire, or who's the collateral damage. He don't give a shit about that. It's who benefits, man. Who benefits from all this killing and dying and selling of weapons. It's the elites. It's the elites, man. They just fund the whole situation and watch everyone destroy each other, and then they benefit at the end of it.
Yeah, that's right, man. And even the point you mentioned on the stocks and shares, they're the ones that own the manufacturing companies, the Lockheed Martins and the Raytheons and Boeings, and then they'll have their peon little lesser luminaries as shareholders in those companies. So when again the demand for weapons and guns and boats go up, and those companies go up in price, they enrich themselves literally through war, man. Yeah, literally, bruv.
The red horse, man. It's made to take peace from the earth. That's prime examples through their characteristics and their traits and all of that Who are the children of sin, man? Who are the ones that the seed of the wicked, basically? Because people will ask, who's the seed of the wicked? The Lord said that. The Lord said the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Then the brother read Malachi, the first chapter, saying that the Lord loved Jacob and Esau have he hated. Why does he hate Esau? Because he's of the seed of that evil one, that wicked one, Cain. He's the first murderer, man. He's the first liar on the face of the earth. And even before that, the serpent, because he was the first liar. He beguiled Eve. And that's the same spirit that came into Cain and the same spirit that got reincarnated into Esau, Edom today. That same wicked spirit, man. It's never changed. Spirits are only reincarnated, man. You know, that's it. Coming back in different forms, in different bodies. But that same trait, those same characteristics still exist to this day, and it's in the nation of Esau, Edom, man. They're the wicked. That man of sin that's been revealed, man. That's why we need deliverance. That's why we need Yahweh Shai. If not, because there's gonna be no flesh left to be saved, man. Because this devil's on the tyrannic rule, a straight tyrannical rule, and he's not stopping, man. He's not stopping for his own people, man. He's breaking all kind of international laws. He don't give a shit. This guy Trump thinks he's the king of the earth, man. Supposed to just be a president of a country. He don't give a shit though. He's breaking all kind of international law. He ain't listening to no one. He's been given the green light by the elites to just terrorize and cause all kind of tyrannical reign. He's the modern day new Hitler, basically.
Yeah, he is, bro.
But he's been given more power than Hitler. Because he's not even being restrained or stopped for what he's doing. He's actually getting more praise, and now they're giving the bitch from fucking Venezuela gave him a Nobel Peace Prize, man.
Second-hand Nobel
What a demon!
Yeah, bro.
What, for illegally arresting the Maduro and his wife in the middle of the night and slaughtering our people? He gave him a Nobel Peace Prize.
Insane.
What kind of shit is that?
Yo, it's a fucking joke. It's a farce.
So this is why the law's not gonna. He's not gonna hold back on 2/3 of our people, and a lot of them, some of them Venezuelans, some of them are tears anyway. You know the ones that sell out, and working on the other side. Some of them are not really our people. Some of them are Spanish.
Spanish devils.
Conquistador breed devils.
Yeah.
The tears that's amongst our people, fronting like they're part of that Israelite stock. But really they're Edomites, man. Yeah. The shell of an Edomite. So they're gonna be destroyed anyway, man. But it just shows you, man, this place is just grotesquely ruled by the wicked. You ain't gonna get no righteousness in the land of the wicked, man. In the land of injustice, you ain't gonna get no righteousness, man. That's why we need Yahweh Shai. He's the only one that can get rid of this devil and bring us out of this oppression, man. Because Esau is the king oppressor. Let me get that. It's actually got, I think it says that in Psalms 55, if I'm not mistaken. But Esau is the king oppressor. But if you got something, read it up.
Yeah, this is Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Like oxidation and metal is just, or metal is inevitable. It's a part of life where when a piece of metal gets old, it's eventually going to oxidize. In the same way that an Edomite is always going to be a devil, like regardless of, you can dress him up in gold and feed him his favorite food and hug him up and show him love from the moment he's a seed. He's gonna grow up and be a devil, man. Because that's what they were created to do. Like you can't make a crooked thing. You can't make a straight thing out of something crooked. The Heavenly Father created this man to be wicked. Like that's why in the scripture in the book of Sirach, it also then goes on to say, who shall pity a snake charmer when he is bitten? Because a serpent only has one duty, man, to basically spread his venom through being a predator, man. And then you get people trying to domesticate snakes. That's the same thing concept when you're trying to fucking domesticate an Edomite. They're wild, barbaric fucking devils.
Who will pity a charmer, man?
Yeah, bro.
Because that snake's always going to be a snake. Go ahead up.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, a lot of you, Jake, you 2/3 niggas, especially even those of you of the so-called circumcision that know this truth and have sold out, you gotta understand this devil's gonna come for you as well, man. Like you got a lot of these Jakes out here that sold out thinking that Esau Edom's is gonna let them sail into the sunset and they're gonna have their little city-state to rule. You don't understand the MO of this devil. Look what he did to the Native Americans, man. I got this. Though he humbled himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Like President Obama, bro, was a shell. That guy was what like the same as every Edomite president before him. You look at all of the presidents, a majority of them Edomite, they will get on that stage and give you eloquent words and speeches and sound like they wouldn't harm a fly. They'll be out there with a press campaign, hugging and kissing babies and giving women rights and all sorts of shit. But they're spreading war overseas, man, that is gonna come over and fuck you over. Even domestically, they were behind the so-called terror attacks, the 9/11s of the world, the 7/7s, all of that, man. Because they don't give a fuck. That's how they rule, by war and destruction, man. It said, and thou shalt take though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Never trust these devils. They don't have your best interest, man. They'll weaponize everything, even medicine, bro. They taking the medical. Bro, they'll fuck you up. They'll have you on chemotherapy, killing you off, telling you that you're curing your cancer. Slow death, bro.
It's called pharmakia for a reason, which goes back into the word sorcery, man.
Yeah, man.
It's all witchcraft. It's all potions, man, that they give you in it. Them hospitals are the worst place to be. You can't go there expecting to get better. Bro. They're gonna keep you in there for as long as they have to keep you in there.
Yeah, bro.
On them hospital beds and all that. That's why they open 365 a day, all damn year.
Yeah, bro.
They're the only business that's open all year round, man. Even in the midst of a holidays or whatever, they're open 24/7, 365 days in a year, man. They ain't never closing for no one, man.
Facts.
They always got someone that's sick, and they got to be able to house them and keep them sick, so they can keep getting that money for treatments and all that, and experiments. And they keep taking people's blood. Why do you think they keep tampering and taking people's blood? Because they run experiments with those blood samples, man. You know, that's the eugenics and all that, how they find a perfect sample to spread the disease. That's why they got all that blood. They take tanks of blood from everyone. Dimmy, I need to take a blood test. You have like 20 blood tests in 1 hour, man. So how much blood do they fucking need, man? You already taken my blood like half an hour ago. Now you need some more blood. They're like vampires. They're leeching off of us, man. And then they create all these fucking plagues and they release it into the air. And then you wonder why certain people are being affected more than others. Because it's eugenics, man. They're tampering with fucking people's genes and shit.
Yeah, real shit, man.
They're the ultimate fucking warlocks and wizards out here, man. And they use sorcery, which is pharmakia, witchcraft, to manage and manipulate people and make money off them through sickness.
Yeah, man.
You can't trust this devil. The scripture says in Job, they're physicians of no value, and forgers of lies, man. You can't trust these devils, man, especially in the medical field.
Yeah. I remember during the CV, they were talking about how the virus would affect different. They were talking about, and they began saying, the so-called Negro population seemed to be better resistant, and all of a sudden, we got to get them first. We got to make sure.
It was only affecting old people. Yeah. It wasn't really affecting the young. Then all of a sudden, everyone's getting affected. Yeah. And especially the minorities, meaning you jakes. Yeah. You're the worst, to get. So you have to come and get these flu jabs. Yeah, bro. That's the fucking the poison in itself, giving you them damn fucking jabs. Yeah. And you saw the byproducts of that. People just dropping dead. Yeah, bro. Having all kind of side effects, Bell's palsy, all these type of things. Even celebs that trusted in that. DMX. I heard he went and got the jab. This is just before he dropped dead. He came to a camp. Them brothers, what was his name? I can't remember the guy's name. But he went to that Ephraimite brothers camp and he heard the word of the Lord, but then weeks later he went and took the jab and then he was called back to the heavens, man. Because he shouldn't have took that fucking jab, that poison, man. But people didn't find out until later what that whole thing was all about. It's about fucking depopulation, man. Which we was telling you, don't take that jab, man. Great Millstone was telling you not to take that jab, but who wasn't telling you? Who was telling you to go out there and take it? Even if it means to keep your job. IUIC and the ISUPK. They was telling you to go and line up and take the jab. Showing you that the way their heads are at, they're complying with the government. But we weren't complying. We were saying, nah, don't take it, even if you have to lose your job. So it shows you where our mindset is at and where their mindset is at, man. So when it comes to the actual mark of the beast, the same scenario again. They're gonna be advertising it, telling Jake to take it, churches, celebs, all of that. Yeah, 100%. And you're gonna have these so-called Israelite leaders, if they're not righteous and they don't repent, they're gonna be telling their congregation to go and take it, man. Yeah, man. That shows that they're nothing but a bunch of hirelings. Facts. And there's going to be many Jakes, man, that are going to end up taking that damn C-hip. Why? Because they're condemned already, man. They was made to take it so the law can, judge them. That's right, man. I had the 2 precepts, but I'll just read two that I found real quick. Psalms 55:2 says, "Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint. I make a noise because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression." Because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. So this is the oppression of the wicked is talking about who? The so-called white men, man. They're the king oppressors of the earth upon our people. For they cast for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. They hate us. And Trump, Nero, is about to show you how much he really hates you, man, you tribes, man. He did it 2,000 years ago when he caused that whole forced flag attack, when he burnt down Rome and blamed it on the Jews. And he's back back once again. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, that's weird, but
It's still recording?
It's still recording. You said, should we pause it and then we can pause it and then?
No, I don't think you should pause it. I just don't know why the screen's gone like that.
It's not the actual recording itself. I think it's something to do with a fault on the phone, you know, because you can still see all the apps in the background.
So click on the side or something.
So when you click it, the screen's still interactive, but
hopefully it's still recording.
No, it's still recording. It's still recording.
Yeah. Okay. Other writers, your brothers can still get this feed, man. So lucky if it does cut out, man. You know, as I said, we were dealing with some technicals this week, so things ain't going to as planned. But we're just here through the spirit, man. And that, as we've been saying, this is going to be happening. You know, not that we're not going to be going to camp, but the famine of the word, man. Things are not always going to go smooth as they usually do. Just come out every Saturday speaking and all that. Those days are coming to an end, man, because the Lord's getting ready to wrap this shit up. You know, the Lord's got other plans, man. He ain't got time for us to be, in the lackadaisical spirit. The Lord's about to wrap this place up. Things are speeding up, man. Prophecies are hastening. And we're just doing the love of labor, man. We can hopefully, our brothers are, the Lord gives us the spirit to endure into the end.
Yep.
And we get to see the glory of the Lord and the majesty return in them chariots, and see our enemies be destroyed, because that's one of the blessings of a man. You know, to see his enemy, the destruction of his enemy.
Blessed is a man that lives to see the fall of his enemy.
That's one of the blessings that a man, other than having his children,
Yeah, man.
his offspring and all that. That's a blessing, man, to see your enemy fall. So our brothers we be part of the Lord's elect, man. We see that happen, come to fruition. But it's going to happen anyway. This generation shall not pass to all his words be fulfilled, man.
That's right.
And this kingdom is fucking through, man. We can't wait.
Because
we've been waiting a long ass time, man. This is thinking about how the apostles and elders, they've been out there since 07 on the YouTube, and the amount of videos they used to do, the back and forths, the breakdowns, constantly warning Jake, admonitions, and exhorting Jake to get right and all of that. And now we're in that time, man. Like, the prophecies are definitely not tarrying.
Oh, no.
Like, it's every week something new's coming up, man, and it's all regarding prophecy, man. And the Lord's hastening the day, man. Everything's speeding up now, and things ain't like slowing down. Everything's starting to speed up and get more and more impactful. You see the video I just played, man, regarding Jacob's trouble. We're in it now, man. We're not coming to it or it's nearly here. We're in Jacob's trouble, man. It's just going to intensify and get more and more worse, where you're going to start seeing bodies just piling up in the middle of the street and no one to bury them. That type of shit, man. That seditious type, lawless purge type behavior. That's what's coming, man. It's going to be a violent exit out of this whole kingdom, man. It's going to be very violent, man. It's not going to be, sweet. It's going to be, ultimately, it's going to be good, sweet for the elect when they get beamed up. But for the 2/3 of our people, it's going to be straight treacherous times, man. Treacherous dealings.
That's right, man.
And it's only because they, it's because of their sinful acts against the Lord. They have to pay, man.
Yeah, man.
No one escapes, man.
That's right. How I said that when in the book of Luke, when he comes, he wants the fire to be kindled already, man. He wants the fire to be burning. And there's going to be all sorts of things going on, from like the nukes being shot, of course, bringing the majority of the fire, but as well as the chariots. But you're going to have fires from just the anarchy happening on the streets, man.
Right.
Car bombs, all sorts of shit, especially there in America and Babylon, bro. There was one video, I did a video on it where it might have been Minnesota. I did a video on it. It's on GMS Children and like, but basically there was Jake's. It was this, and it was set up, of course, but the new Black Panther movement.
Yeah, I heard about
we
that.
out here with fucking guns bigger than the police.
Esau set them up, man.
You know?
So he wants to rouse Jake up to you know, put them in that spirit of,
Yeah.
you know, disobedience, and the civil rights movement all over again. But he set them up so that he has an excuse to roll on them jakes, man.
Yeah, bro.
Jakes that want to get, like, you know, carnal and start, you know, holding weapons. He made that Black Panther. Where did they just come out of the woods? Out of the woods somewhere. All of a sudden they got artillery and they got militia and all that ready to start fighting. Come on, man. Esau set that shit up. They've been infiltrated the Black Panthers, man.
Yeah, man. That guy had a fucking shotgun with a scope. Talking about, yo, you know a double barrel shotgun? This gun right here, it's automatic. The nigga, bro, the shit lets a fucking shotgun
Man, turn it
round.
into a switch.
With a switcher, bro.
Man got a shotgun with a switch on it, bro. Listen, man, you know Jake, man, get inventive.
Yo.
Yeah, man, it's getting to that time, man, and them guns are gonna be used. And what did Esau say? For every one that you kill of ours, we're gonna kill 10 of yours, man. And that goes back to if you go to Genesis 4 real quick, that goes back to the curse of Cain. What was the curse of Cain? Anyone that touches Cain, what was gonna happen to them? The spirit of vengeance was gonna return unto them sevenfold. So that's why Esau said that, man. That whoever that was that made that statement, saying for every one of ours that you kill, we're gonna kill 10 of you. Yeah, because that's the spirit of Cain, man. Showing you that these so-called white people come out of the seed of Esau, Edom, and that spirit of the evil one, Cain. They're the first murderers on the face of the earth. That's them, man. They're the father of lies. Anyone that slaved Cain, meaning them ICE agents and a lot of it's coming out, information's coming out that a lot of them are Amalekites too. Tiny tops and all that, disguised as American feds. And you know, ICE agents and all that, because they're the worst type that hate Jake. So they're the ones that's killing all them Palestinians over there, and all this immigration that was happening. Esau was bringing them into the land from time ago.
Yeah, man.
So he had them sitting in the hotels, sitting back, relaxing, until that time of martial law, the Insurrection Act gets enacted, and then now they're getting reinforced with them ICE agents badge, you know, and they're gonna go out there and start taking you Jakes out. They show you that in them Purge movies, man. The first Purge, they had that, man. Russian insurgents disguised as actual citizens, but really there was Russian intel. They came into the ghetto, started wiping Jakes out, man. It was hired by the American government. Showing you, man, this is chess, not checkers, man.
Yeah, bro.
So go ahead.
Genesis
4 and
15. Yeah, go ahead. And the Lord Jehovah said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
That's it. So whoever slayed Cain, that's why that statement was made. For every one that you kill of ours, we're going to kill 10 of you or 100 of you, whatever the statement said. Because if you touch one of theirs, they're going to come out and wipe you Jakes out, man. And they really want to wipe you Jakes out. They don't really care about the other nations. It's you Jakes that are the problem. Us being Israelites, man, especially, we're the biggest problem. We're the biggest threat to Esau's New World Order, man.
100%.
Because he knows once we come back together, we're going to take him down.
Yep.
So he has to keep us segregated, separated, and he has to keep us, you know, dumbed down, basically. He doesn't want us to rise up. It's not about what he wants. It's about what Yahweh Shai ordained and what he wants, man.
Yeah.
And it's been ordained that the house of David is going to come back, which is all 12 tribes. He's going to bend Judah for me and fill the bowl of Ephraim. And we're going to fight against the sons of Greece. We might have to get that after. But that's the spirit, man. The Lord's binding up the children of Israel. The dry bones, they've awoken. Spiritual army is awoken, man, and now the Lord's gonna get down, man.
Yeah, man.
And these devils can't stop it, man.
This is it. It says, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. Yeah. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
Yeah, and what was that mark? His skin, his leprosy, the skin disorder called leprosy. He was the first leper on the face of the earth, Cain.
Yeah, man.
Imagine that out of all the nations, you got one guy that's just looking like a straight anomaly out of all the nations on the earth. That was Cain, man. And then he came back in after the flood as the Edomites, so-called red people of the earth, a clean leper, you know. And he's been that way ever since, man. That's that's the curse upon the people of the Lord's indignation.
That's right.
The ones that he hates forever. And it's funny how they said this guy Trump, he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act. What does it say in 2nd 16 and 70? That they're going to have they're going to be as madmen sparing none. And there's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. That's the Insurrection Act.
Yeah, 100%.
Martial law. That's talking about Esau coming down upon Jacob, man. That's who they really want. They don't care about the other nations. The other nations, they're they're just extra characters in the movie.
Yeah.
They used the Arabs, tried to say there was the war on terror and all that. There was just part of the whole ordeal to propaganda this whole thing. But really, the main enemies been the tribes all along. That's why they came over to the New World in the first place, to conquer us, because they thought they could have us back then. And they was going to control us and forever be over us back then. But the Lord set them up.
Yep.
The Lord had it where we not broke free, but we got a bit of a leeway out of that whole situation, and we've been there ever since that time. But that was only because the Lord was going to seal his elect for these times here, so he can deliver them in the chariots when he comes, so-called UFOs, and destroy our enemies in the midst of them, man, right before their eyes. Deliver us right before their eyes, man. That's why the Lord made Esau come over there to try to basically conquer us as a nation, to fulfill prophecy, man. But the Lord said he did it, but he wasn't. What was it saying, Baruch? Let me see if I can find it. He was only displeased.
But so displeased, but they helped forward the affliction. Is that one?
No, in the Apocrypha.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it, man.
Because if I can say as well, like Esau Edom, at the end of the day, man, is a self-destructive force. Like even out the Planet of the Apes, man, they said, listen, beware of the beast, man. He will make a desolation of his home and yours. Like this man, at the end of the day, is going to use those nukes, man. Russia's going to use theirs. America's going to use theirs, and the whole purpose of ultimately these nations jostling is because Esau Edom really just wants to take control of absolutely every facet of human life, including pretty much the direction of what these prophecies are saying. But the one thing he can't supersede is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Hence why even when he's about to fill his belly, man, he's about to crown his enterprise with success. He's got the majority of the earth chipped up, and he's looking like he's going to wrap up this new world order and sail off into the sunset. The Lord's going to strike him, and the scripture even says that the day of the Lord's going to come as a thief in the night. Hence why, brothers, got to keep your faith, because carnally, it's going to look like there's no way that Esau Edom can be defeated. The same way it looked with Egypt, because Egypt weren't just dealing with the fact that they were scared of us. They had numerous enemies. That's why they had us working with rigor, building up fortresses, building up pyramids, getting like they had their army. They even had Jake in some of their militias. But ultimately, they fell because the Heavenly Father struck Egypt, man. The same way America can just go into Venezuela, literally spend 150,000 on fucking military equipment and evacuate their president out of there. And it's never been done like that before. People are looking like America's untouchable, but the Heavenly Father's going to be the one to destroy the man that's too great for us, man. In the same way that he fought for us in ancients. And that's what we got to have faith in.
Okay.
Let me grab something if you're still looking for it. Revelations 13:9. If any man have the ear to hear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So it's basically pretty much manifest destiny. You know, that devil used that, Christopher Columbus and his cronies used that manifest destiny when they went over there. Then they conquered our brothers in the Northern Kingdom. Well, it's manifest destiny that we must needs put you in captivity, must needs kill you devils, man. It's essential. And it's going to happen. The Heavenly Father is going to give us the power to put you devils in perpetual slavery, and exercise perpetual judgment over you, and not just over the Edomite man, but we're talking the Edomite man, the woman, the child, every single one of you. Hence why it's written in the Psalms even that we're going to be able to take your little ones and dash them against the stones. Why? Because you fed our children as alligator bait, man. You had us hanging off trees. That's where the term the picnic comes from, man. The picnic nigga, where ultimately you had us out there literally as using our dead bodies, hanging off trees, taking pictures of your children in front of them, using them as postcards. Like it would be like a Sunday activity. The whole family will go out, and then Monday is back to work as normal. Like fuck, man.
Now you know where they got the idea of having museums and stuffing old bodies up and shit like that. We was the first, basically mannequins. Yeah. Standing mannequins, actual dead corpses rotting in trees and getting chewed up by animals, and just put on display for people to laugh at and gawk at, man. Our enemies to laugh at. That's what we was. Esau treated us like less than an animal, man. had more respect for animals than he had for Jake. You know, the Southern Kingdom especially, man, during that chattel slavery. And this was supposed to be supposedly after slavery as well, the abolition of slavery, man.
Look at that.
You know, that's when shit really started to hit the fan and all that. And he had all these different lynchings and so on and so forth going on. And Esau knew that we owned land as well. He was going around stealing the indigenous land that was sitting on, you know, black gold, you know, oil, you know, or different type of land that had bullion and all that, and belonged on to Jake. He would come through and find a way to get the land, and because Esau's the devil, man. He's always had that, you know, hatred, ulterior motive against us. But really, it goes back to the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai putting our enemies against us because we betrayed him. And I found out a precept I wanted, Baruch 4 and 6. It says, I'll read 5. It says, "Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel." It says, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies." And that's what happened, man. Because we pissed the Lord off. Because we're his chosen people. We're his favorite lady, so to speak. You know, we betrayed him. We committed a spiritual adultery, you know, by worshipping other gods and so on and so forth, man. You know, and that was the punishment that we had to suffer, man. We had to go. And we're still going through to this day through them curses, man. Written over Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. We're still going through them generational curses, man, but they're going to be lifted off of us soon and put on our enemies, man. You know, especially Esau Edom. He's gonna learn he's gonna learn firsthand what it's like to be an Israelite in captivity, because he's gonna be an Edomite in captivity, serving hardcore rigor and slavery, man. That's only right, man. You know, that's what you call righteous recompense. And this ultimately, 2026, we always say, or as I always try and quote, you know, Isaiah 61, the year of the Lord's recompense. This could be that year, man. Abarazah is the year, you know. But this is definitely an eventful year already, man. We ain't even at the end of the month yet, and we don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks to months, man. You know, Esau could really just, go full throttle with this whole invasion of the different lands, and Greenland and Cuba and Colombia, and this offset this whole war type situation in America, where there's just no peace, and the straight war zone, and other nations get involved because of what Americans ill dealings, and then end up getting into some more gripes with the other nations and their allies. And you know, that's ultimately what's going to happen anyway, because America don't give a shit about the other nations. It's evident, man. When Trump goes amongst them and, you know, his other so-called UN councillors and all that, he acts like they're above them, man. That's, you know, more stout than their fellows. You know, he's more proud. He acts more prouder than them and all that, man. You know, he likes to brag and boast and put them down and all that sort of stuff. So it's getting heated, man. That's what we can say. It's been a very eventful start to the year, and all we can say is it's going to get very hotter. It's going to get spicy out here, man. More spookyisms are going to start happening from the spiritual realm too. Angels and, you know, miraculous works, because the Lord's going to start intervening for brothers too, man. Because in the time of great famine and dearth and all that, pestilences, whatever these devils are going to do in the time of Jacob's trouble, the Lord said he's going to intervene for his elect. Said, you know, the people are going to be starving out here, but my servants shall eat. You know, people are going to be thirsty out here, but when the Lord said my servants shall drink. So the Lord's going to intervene one way or another. The angels are out there watching, man. Guardian angels are watching brothers constantly, man, waiting for the green light. But it's going down, man. This is the perfect time to be alive, basically, man. To witness it, man. This is the best time in history to be alive, man. You know, seeing the end of this damn devil once and for all.
What this is?
Yeah, go ahead.
2 Ezra 6 and 28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall overcome, and the truth which has been so long without fruit shall be declared. And
that's what's happening, man. The truth has been declared. It's the scriptures that we shall all see together. You know what I mean? All these prophecies are going to finally come to pass, and we're all going to see it. We're all going to witness it. And strangers to their salvation, seeing the elect getting beamed up in so-called chariots, so-called clouds, which are the UFOs, so-called UFOs, and the chariots of Israel. That's how we're going to be delivered from this hellhole, this exodus. And this is going to be more spoken about than the exodus of old coming out of ancient Egypt, man. The land of the north is going to be the new exodus, man. That great deliverance of the children of Israel from the king oppressor, the king of Babylon himself, DJ Trump, the last Trump. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So Trump's even in the scriptures as well. He's known as the last Trump, the seventh trumpet being blown. You know, he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act. Great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah.
And he's the guy, man. He's the guy that's leading the charge, man. The Lord's got the spirit of that guy. As I said 2,000 years, pride is in that demon, man. He's just seeping off that demon, man. You can't get enough. You can't get enough of it, man. It's like he loves to be in the limelight for all the wrong reasons, man. But as I said, 2,000 years ago when he was Nero, he was known to be a tyrant back then, and he's got that same spirit all over again, man. He's that tyrannical rule, you know, saying basically of no one can tell him nothing. You know, he can do what he wants, say what he wants, and there's no recourse or repercussions to his actions. And that's what's going to lead to America ultimately getting hit with those nukes, man. All nations are going to be aiming their arrows at America and blow that place to smithereens, man.
Yeah, man.
You know? Go ahead.
Obadiah verse 3, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's that pride, man, that seeps off of this devil. And they're bragging, but it's so braggadocious in it, man. It's just unbelievable, man. Man, anything they do, they just think they can do what they want, say what they want, conquer anyone that they want, you know, steal anyone's resources. And, you know, they think there's no judgment day for what they're doing. Like everything's just always going to be in the power of their hands. That's why the inward thought is that their houses should continue forever. Because the guys that he works for, the cabal, they put it in his mind or his followers' mind, their followers' mind, that, you know, they're always going to be on top, you know. We've been controlling this thing for centuries. We're going to keep controlling. But not knowing that the days of the, you know, the oppressor are in the hand of the Lord. Let me get that precept real quick. I just had it in Job 15. Yeah, man. Their days are numbered. It's not going to be prolonged either, man. Let's say in Job 5 and 12. He disappointed with the handiwork of the crafty. You know, so they're going to be disappointed, man. They're going to get so far with their new world order, they're going to try and chip everyone on the face of the earth. But as soon as they do that, the Lord going to pull the plug, man. When they're about to fill their belly, then the Lord's going to pull the plug on their new world order, man. He's going to show them what real time, what time it is, man. And they're going to go to war. And look, there's actually going to be a war in heaven, not just on the earth, but in a war in heaven when Esau tries to fight the Lord with his laser beams and all that. Sonic weapons against the chariots, man, which is a lose-lose situation. The Lord's just going to obliterate you and destroy your whole, you know, habitation within 1 hour. You know? So let me see if I can get that in Job 15. Was it 16, was it? Let me see.
Yeah, man. Let me see something. Maybe down to the ground. Quickly, verse 4. Though thou exalt, in Obadiah 1, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So, at the end of the day, like, these devils, I remember I watched a video this week, they were talking about getting a hotel in space even, like, this really ridiculous fucking expectations, but that's the level of pride that these motherfuckers are on. They mismanage Earth. And now they're thinking about how they're going to get to the moon and just start life over there, like just continue to spread their fuckery. Because that's the spirit of an Edomite. That's why nothing's safe around them. That's why they must need to be destroyed. Because they will actually destroy everything, including themselves, if they have the option to. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things that Esau searched up? How are his hidden things sought out? And like, people are basically seeing through all of the Edomite propaganda, man. That's the main thing that this devil has had over previous generations, where like they had Jake in perpetual slavery, but they would paint themselves as the good guys, and Jake in their simplicity would just go along with it and teach their children that, yeah, man, you know, the queen being the state, the head of state for your country is righteous and like when they've just had our people in captivity, but the Lord's waking Jake up slowly while they elect anyway. So the fact that these devils must needs be put down, man, and they ain't fucking right.
Come. Yeah, man. It's at the end of the day, the king's heart's in the hand of the Lord, man. So anything they're doing, they're being controlled, man. No matter how devious it is or deceitful they're at, the scripture says the deceiver and the deceived are his. So these devils can't do anything off the radar that the Lord can't control, man. He controls every, nick and cranny of this whole society. He ruleth in the kingdom of men and mustereth the host of the battle. So anyway these devils try and slice it, they're all going to fall into the condemnation of the Lord anyway.
That's right.
Because they can't escape prophecy. That's the one thing Esau can never escape, prophecy, man. They can try and deviate it from it, but it's still going to end up in that line of following the path of prophecy, man.
100%.
Because prophecy needs to be fulfilled. The word of the Lord doesn't return unto him void.
Right.
So I got this one in Job 15:20. It said, the wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of his years is hidden to the oppressor. Yeah, the number of his days is hidden. It says, a dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity the destroyer shall come upon him. Yeah, we're in that time now. A dreadful sound is in his ears, and in his prosperity the destroyer shall come upon him. The destroyer is talking about the ICBM missiles, man. It's going to come upon who? Esau, Edom, and Babylon the Great. Through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his weapons of indignation, man. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited of the sword. He wandereth abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knoweth that the days of darkness is ready at his hand. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle. So this devil's fighting a lose-lose situation, man. He's fighting a lose-lose situation. He doesn't understand that it's already been written. Like Nas said, it was written, man.
Yeah.
The writing's already on the wall for these devils, man. And you should have learnt from times past. That's why it says things that were written for our learning. Yeah, things that were written before time for our learning, man. Because you're supposed to learn from the past, man, to how to move in the future. Like if you knew that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed because it had a whole bunch of fucking freakazoids and flamers over there, you would learn that, if you had enforced that in your kingdom, that's likely to happen to you, the same judgment. You're going to get hit with fire and brimstone.
That's right.
But what did Esau do? He doubled down on it. Instead of avoiding it, he doubled down on it. Now he's trying to give them more rights than the average citizens. He tried to get them give them more benefits than the average persons and all that. Tried to put them into, different sports and shit. He was legalizing trannies to be in, Transformers to be in, female sports and stuff of that nature, until they just decided to disannul that because it doesn't make no fucking sense. It doesn't make any more. It doesn't make sense, man. You still got a man dressed up in a Tootsie, trying to perform like he's an actual woman, but
crazy,
it's a man against a woman. So ultimately the women are gonna lose. There's no fair game in that. So that's why they have to get rid of that shit, man. But that just shows you that this devil is perverse. The Lord said he mixed a perverse spirit in Egypt. Yeah, man. And that's why these devils do the things they do, because they err in understanding, man. They're not righteous. That's right. So everything that they're not supposed to do, like witchcraft and sorcery, they promote and they push into society, and they expect not to get judged for it. Yeah. Like these other kingdoms didn't get annihilated for the same actual thing. And you've done actually worse than them, because you actually put them in a cauldron pot and mixed up all these different doctrines, and you created Babylon the Great. And you expect Babylon the Great not to be destroyed? Like who the hell do you think you are, man? Facts, man. You know, you're not above those other nations. You're not above the Heavenly Father and His Son. The Lord's the one that chose you. He's the one that set you devils up. So He's gonna be the same one to take you down. That's right. Yeah.
Because you got Trump over there in the US talking about they're gonna invade Nigeria because Muslims are killing Christians.
Boko Harams and all that.
Yeah, bro. But then you missed it in the Bible where it tells you that a man shall not put on a woman's garment. Even shall not put on a, Yep. But then you got Nicki Minaj as well, fighting with her name literally is what, you know what that is, all of that.
She had to deactivate her account, man, because she lost all kinds of followings. And bro. Because she just showed herself to be a bought and paid for coon, man. Yep. She's just another Sambo system, man. Another bed wench of the so-called wicked elite. That's all it is, man. And a lot of these, nowadays, more and more of our people getting, even the sellouts of our people in the world, man, they're getting revealed. Like you saw the situation with Corey Holcomb and this Anton Daniels dude, man, and the back and forth they had. Corey's on a thing of he ain't down with the backdooria movement and blacks selling out and queuing for the so-called white man to get views on YouTube and all of that. They're selling their soul, to talk bad about their own people so they can get views. They won't speak on the treacherous behavior of the so-called white man, but they got all the things to say about their own people, every 2 seconds. But they don't want to call out the white man for all their wicked deeds and cruelty that they've done to our people throughout the centuries. That got us in this whole place in the first place. But so he was basically speaking against them because he knew that this guy Anton Daniels, he plays for the other team, man. And he's one of them backdooria guys. He's basically one of them boule niggas, man, like the Diddies and the rest of them sellouts of our people, So they had a face-off and all that. And Anton Daniels gave up, basically walked off the show. Because it was about to go down, basically, man. But that just shows you there's a lot of sellouts of our people, man. They act like they're down for the betterment and all that of our people. And certain topics they do discuss, especially when it comes to the household and the family and the nigger woman and her ways, treacherous ways and her attitude. That makes a lot of sense because that's in the scriptures too. It says that the scripture says that I shall be evil towards her husband and all that, and the bosom that cometh out of a body. So that's the nigger woman's traits, man. She's gonna be an enemy. She's an enemy of the Israelite man. It tells you that in Micah 7:10. She that is mine enemy shall see it. So that's all right. That's right when you go into the scriptures, but there's other things as well, man. Spiritual aspects of that day, those jakes don't really discuss because they don't know. But they just, pick it, they're a bunch of busybodies basically. There's a bunch of no-namers that come online, and all their business is to just, gossip, chatty patty business, man, for the most part. But this guy Corey weren't having it, man. He was not having it, man. He's not down with the backdooria boule movement, basically, of our people selling out for the other side and all that. So he was telling him, he's confronting him, man. Don't telling him stop saying certain derogatory terms in his face, otherwise you're gonna get an arse beating from him. An arse beating you never expected, man. So he nearly got physical. But that just shows you, even in the world, man, jakes are getting exposed for being a bunch of fraudsters, man. There's a lot of slick oil salesmen out there, man.
Oh yeah, come on, 100%. Got this real quick.
Go ahead,
Proverbs 11:18. The wicked worketh for deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a forward heart are an abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Yeah, though hand join in hand, they're not gonna go unpunished, man. Any one of our people that love this place, they want to stay here in Babylon, especially guys that so-called got the spirit of being settled on their leases, want to buy land and all of this shit, man. When the Lord's coming to destroy this whole society, you're in the wrong mindset. You're in the wrong mindset, man. You need to recheck your bearings, man, and consider your ways, man, because if you got the mindset of prosperity and doing this and that in this society, you got another thing coming, because all hell's about to break loose. We just showed you, seditious times is coming over there to America, man. This ain't the time to be buying up land and buying houses and trying to invest in different businesses and shit. This ain't the time for that, man. Those days are over, man. The good old days of making the American buck is the American dollar's faultless now, man. The American dollar's done now. That's why this guy had to go and steal the oil from Venezuela, because the American dollar's done now. No one wants to trade with the American dollar. You ain't been watching the news, man. Come on, man. You gotta stay in tune, man. People are not, being invested in the American system and American way of life is not the shit right now. The Lord's about to wrap that place up.
Yeah, man.
You would have been better off investing in some foreign, monetary or something like that. In the Middle East or something like that. Better than dealing with some American shit, because America's fault is done.
Facts.
America's days are numbered, man.
Yeah.
That's like a ticking time bomb right now. It's just getting ready to explode.
Oh yeah.
We can see it, man. If you watch the news every day, you're just waiting for something to happen, man. Something crazy is about to happen in America. And it's already started. But it's going to get worse and worse. There's no going back, man. There is no goal making America great again. It's on its way out. It's that place of sedition, the eighth head that came up out of the seven, that shall go into perdition, meaning destruction, man.
That's it, I got this quick one for you. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord Jehovah with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord Jehovah, and depart from evil.
Yeah. And that's the man. You reading Amos 5?
Proverbs. No, Proverbs 3:5.
Okay, come. So that's the time we're in, man. It's supposed to be measuring the time, man, because days are evil. Evil times are coming upon the earth. Ephesians 5:15, man. That's why you're supposed to walk circumspect, watching as well as praying, staying up to date with the news, geopolitical, economic news, and all that. And watching and filtering everything you're seeing in the news and in the headlines through the scriptures to know that these prophecies are about to be fulfilled or is being fulfilled as we speak. And what's going to happen next. That's it, man. And once you know that, then you already know what mindset you're supposed to have. 2 Peter 3:13. Knowing these things shall be dissolved, knowing that America's going to be destroyed, what manner of persons will you to be? Are you supposed to be speaking about investing or thinking about, getting out of here, being as pilgrims upon the face of the earth? What you thought? What's your mindset, man? The Lord said, keep your eyes single, man. So it's obvious you guys' eyes ain't single. You got ulterior motives, man. But all that putting off the day of the Lord is only going to come back to haunt you, man. Because the Lord's going to appear in a day and a time that you didn't expect. Because you're not watching, and the Lord said he's going to come as a thief in the night. So when he does appear, you're going to get caught out there naked, basically. And you're going to be destroyed with the rest of the 2/3. You're going to die the death of an Edomite, man. A 2/3, which is basically the death of an Edomite. Someone that the Lord hates and despises. So that's not a good way to go out, man. Especially if you're in this truth. You should definitely know better. Especially by now. We're at the end of this thing, man. We ain't even got much more to say on, discourse about, we're at the end of this thing, man. The Lord's wrapping this shit up. I was going to quote Amos 5, and where it says, the prudent shall keep silence in that day, because it is a time of great evil. Evils means a bad time, and we're seeing it. It's unfolding right now. Let me get this precept of 2 Ezra 14 regarding that evil.
Yeah, man. Well, as Ezekiel 7:5 says, only an evil time has come, man. Only an evil, man. A time of evil that we're about to enter into is such as has never been upon the face of the planet Earth before. It's a dark time, man.
Yeah.
And so that's why we all got to step up, man. At the end of the day, knowing what time we're in, what manner of people ought we to be in all holy conversation and righteousness, man. We got to just do the work, want to be found doing when the Lord returns.
Yep. I think we'll get here. 2 Ezra 14 and 16. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Yeah, like it says in 2 Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall come upon them that, walk proudly and all that, man. Evils, man. Great evils, man. Great times of bad times, basically, coming for 2/3 of our people.
Yep.
I'll read that again, 2 Ezra 14 and 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen. So more evils than thou hast seen, even that's like Daniel 12 and 1. Seen happen shall be done hereafter. Yeah, this is the time of no return, man. This is the time when the Lord's really going to let rip out here, man. You're going to be seeing all kind of grotesque and grievous deaths. And, in mad numbers as well. The mortality rate's going to be off the charts. Millions of jakes are going to get slaughtered out here. And it's going to be like a time never seen upon the face of the earth. A great judgment, man. Just like there's going to be a great deliverance. It says, for look, how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon that dwell therein, upon them that dwell therein, Salakia. Yeah, so it's going to be a time of unfathomable, man. You can't even, fathom how bad it's going to get out here. But it's going to get fucking from bad to bad and from worse to worse.
Mm-hmm.
And the law's not going to hold back, basically. It's a no holds barred, man.
Mm-hmm.
The law's letting anything and everything happen in these last days because this is the last time that we're ever going to see captivity.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the last time that Jake's going to go through untimely hell. Like pure, unadulterated hell, man. You know? And, only the elect, as the Lord said, the gates of hell shall not prevail against,
Yeah.
That's only for the elect.
That's right, man.
Because they're going to be delivered. They're going to have that hegemony around them. And they're going to be delivered at the end of this whole ordeal before the nuclear missiles hit ground zero.
Mm-hmm.
But for everyone else outside of that, it's basically, for the wolves to tear, man. And the Lord's got all kinds of spirits, deadly forces, spirits out there. He's got the Sasquatches out there. Leviathan's going to rear his head as well. They're saying he's chilling somewhere around the Bermuda Triangle or, in between those different seas over there near South and Central America. They're saying that's where they more than likely the habitation of Leviathan is and all that. One would be surprised because he's definitely going to rear his head, when America's being destroyed. So... all hell is literally going to happen on different levels, man, on the physical and spiritual playing field, man. The Lord's really going to open up out here, man, on you tribes, man. So this is not the time to be fucking around and doubting the Lord, because the Lord's going to reenact fear in this earth like never before.
Yeah,
that's why he's known as the King of Terrors, man.
That's right.
He's going to reinvigorate fear in this earth like never before, man. Especially for the gainsayers and naysayers and all of that. You scorners and scoffers, you're going to get your worst nightmare coming towards you, man,
Very quickly, man.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Judgment, man. It's going to be a hell of a time. And the men of the Lord, we're going to be sitting back laughing. It says that, famine and destruction, we're going to be laughing.
Yeah.
We're going to be, we're going to be chilling, man, because we know what's happening and we know who's bringing it. So we're gonna be in the same spirit as you people out there, and that's why the Lord said that 7 women shall take hold of one man, because, and that's talking about an Israelite man that's of this faith, because more than likely a lot of men are gonna die in the war. They're gonna die in these different skirmishes and riots and all that civil war. They're gonna die abroad when they're getting drafted and all of that. Your sons and your daughters.
Yeah.
And so there's gonna be a scarcity of men that's in their right minds, basically.
Yeah.
The only ones that's going to be hanging around are the men of the Lord.
Yeah, man.
So those women are going to come, in droves, looking for those men.
See, they want that security, man.
Yeah.
And we're going to be the only ones with the wisdom and knowledge, man, to be able to navigate the circumstances of everything that's going to be going on during that time frame, man.
That's it. And then certain men are going to endow with spiritual power as well. And it says that, our people shall be willing in the day of that power, our people shall be willing. So that's when our people are going to want to get right, basically, with especially the prophets and all that. They're going to want to be around you and all that, because they're going to see that the Lord's dealing with you, man. He has that special connection with you, and the other men ain't got that connection. They're inferior. So they're going to want, women are drawn to the hegemony and all that. They're drawn to power.
Yeah.
So they're going to come chasing the men down, man.
That's right.
Ain't gonna be a thing about how you look or what, about looks and all your personality. They just gonna see you as a man of the Lord. I'm following him, man.
Man,
we're gonna have the pick of the litter.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's why we ain't got to worry, man. We ain't got to worry about nothing, man. We just got to stay, stay true, stay girded up, and keep the faith, basically, man. Keep watching and praying, and keep the faith, the most part, man. To endure. That's it, man.
Yeah, man. Well, this is the last one.
Yeah, head up.
Proverbs 3:9. Honor the Lord Jehovah with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Yeah,
man. So we got to just endure the chastening, because if you don't accept to endure the chastening, we're going to be as bastards, man. We're not going to be worthy of being delivered, because we're going to be as bastards, bastard sons. But the ones that the Lord loves, like a father loves his sons, you know, it's through tough love, through admonition and all of that, man. So that's how the Lord dealt with us. You know, He dealt with us the right way, man. You know, and either way, He's showing His true love for us because He's gonna come and deliver us at the end of the day. He gave us this word anyway, so that's the form of showing love. If the Lord didn't care about us, He wouldn't have given us His name. He wouldn't have given us this truth, you know, and He wouldn't have given us the time to get right. He would have just judged us with the rest of the world. But the Lord had mercy because He loves us, man. And He made that oath with our forefathers, going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because the Lord is a man of His word, man. That's not a man that He shall tell lies.
Nice. Facts.
You know, so that's why we just got to be grateful, thankful, and, you know, continually prayerful and all that. And just, you know, sit back and watch the show, man. Sit back and watch the handiwork of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai destroy these Edomite devils once and for all, man.
That's right, man.
That's like, this is the perfect out into a, you know, outro to a movie, you know. The perfect ending, basically, man. You know, just before the credits roll.
Facts.
You know.
Facts.
This is it, man.
This is it.
You know, so yeah, man. You know, I don't think brothers can really see us because it's dark. We got the light, had the light on, but it's not really doing much, man. So I don't know if you've got any more precepts. I don't know. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, man, you know, in Acts the 5th chapter, I'll just say this, in Acts the 5th chapter, the 29th verse, Yahushua built up the apostles to the point where they were lacking on faith in certain aspects, and then by the time that He had come back, spent some time with them and departed, they were so charged in the spirit that even though the higher ups, the scribes and the Pharisees were saying, listen, stop preaching that name on the threat of death, they were going out there still prophesying. The men had to go and grab them up and hem them up and take them to the temple. And after much debate, they beat them sore, but they left there praising the Lord and counting themselves lucky to suffer. They were counted worthy to suffer shame for the Lord. And so even if you got to be in a situation where you get fired from your job, even if you dang on end up homeless and sofa surfing, as long as you got this truth, you're honestly one of the richest people on earth, man. And that's the irony of this thing. That's why when the strangers of our salvation, that is Wisdom of Solomon 5, people are going to see you really lose, especially when the chip comes out. You know, all the people that are going to keep their jobs and for a temporary basis, their simple little shitty existence, are going to look at you and think you're out of your mind, like throwing away everything just to not take what they think is a small thing. But when the judgment comes, you know. Yeah, man.
It's real, man. It's real, man. You can't even, that's what I was saying, you can't fathom how bad it's going to get, but, you know, Daniel's 12 tells you, man, and you just read 2nd Ezra 14, like, it's going to, the evils are going to be so bad, and 2nd Ezra 16 tells you the same thing, 17 verse on down, so, you know, what shall I do in those days of evil? Time of great death on the earth and all of that. That's the times that we're in. And Ezra was inquiring because he saw in his vision so many dead bodies and Jake's getting judged and all that. There's dead bodies everywhere piling up. So he said, who's going to deliver me in that time? And the only one that can deliver us is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But we have to have faith in those names. It's not necessarily about keeping the law, because the law's not going to deliver us. It's about keeping the law of the lawgiver. That's right. You know, keeping the laws of the one that the word is written about, man, which is Yahushai. Because He is the word, man. Incarnated anyway. He is the law incarnated, so we got to believe on Him. That's right, you know, that's what it's about, man. And you got to just maintain spirituality, man. Be spiritual. Don't get carnal. Don't get caught up in no carnal activities out there trying to show that you're a man of alpha male and all this other shit, trying to show that you're about it, living that life, holding weapons and all that shit. All that carnal shit is going to get you killed, man. The Lord said it Himself, you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword, man. That's not how we're going to get out of here, man. You see what Peter did when he cut off Malchus's ear? That's not how we're going to be delivered. The Lord said, nah, man, you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. So we ain't going to be out here, you know, carrying weapons in a time of martial law, you know, trying to get active with everyone out there because they're screaming and shouting and shit. That's their judgment. That's what they got to deal with, man. We got to deal with what the Lord says to do with our thing, was to what? Be in silence, man. You know, suffering patience and silence.
That's it.
because it's going to get volatile out here. And obviously, you don't want to see your people suffering, but that's just part and parcel of this truth, man. 2/3 have got to be taken out. So you're going to be seeing a lot more Jakes getting wiped out, man. But it ain't always going to be in the end of the bad stick anyway, because the Lord said in Micah 5 and 7 that he's going to raise up Jake and they're going to be able to start fighting back too. So Jacob's trouble is also Esau's trouble, man. You know, like Apostle's been saying. So, you know, at the end of the day, we just got to endure unto the end. That's what it's mainly about.
That's right.
Don't get carnal out here, man. You know, stay spiritual, Akim, man. You know, but yeah, that's it, man. So I don't know if any more presets, but Abu Raza, as you said, man, Salakia, man, for the live. Abu Raza, we'll be back next week as usual, man, and you know, keep pushing, prophesying until the Lord pulls the prudent back off these highways and hedges, and you have to keep silence, man, because it's just coming to that time. So with that, hopefully, brothers is edified. Give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect, man. Shalom, shalom.